It is I, your host, David Lee. So, what is going on today? Let's get everything going. And let's see what's going on. What's brewing up in the air? All right, just a little bit of a delay. And oh, there we go. All right, technical difficulties. What's up, the Raw Critic? How's it going? Back to using the phone again. Webcam is not here, so going to be using the phone again. So sorry for the technical difficulties. I should do more stuff with Albert. Good evening, Dave Long. Hey, what's up, John? I should do more stuff with Albert. Oh yeah, no, I totally intend to. Albert, real good guy. Charlotte Flair, hello everybody. Hello. So what's going on? Everyone's coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up right away, whoever that was. First thumbs up, thank you so much. Sorry you're late, you just got just started. Hello, what is up? The Ashen Knight. Italki teacher, what's going on? Thank you for coming here. Thank you everybody. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you. All right. Hey, what's up, Andy? Looking sharp. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so going to be a bit of a short show today. I have there's another graduation happening tonight, so gotta get it. Thank you, Dave. So don't have a lot of time for that for today. And yo, what up, Double A? So don't have a lot of time, got a graduation because I got work to do. Thank you so much. We're up to 5 thumbs up already, 11 people in. I love that. Thank you, 12. Okay, cool. So don't have a lot of time today, so we're gonna try to get this done pretty quickly and trying to get as much happening as we can. So right off the bat, we're definitely gonna do fake, real fake today. Gonna let everybody in the who's the best manager? Bobby Brain Heenan. Can't argue that. Okay, so. Thanks for streaming on a busy day. Yeah, no problem. Always got to keep the stream up, especially since had a busy, tough, well, not busy or tough, but different schedule this week, seeing the fact that everything was thrown off by earlier day. I had to at least have one day of the week where I maintain my schedule, in case you guys didn't catch it. But Super Bowl Sunday had a video instead of the Monday video was on Sunday, and instead of a typical Wednesday, had the Tuesday video with Brian Zane, the great debate, the great wrestling debate. Happy Rusev Day to you, Raw Critic. So yeah, and I hope you guys check that out. And if you haven't checked it out yet, totally do. Check out the Great Wrestling Debate where me and Brian Zane both debate a topic, different sides. This topic was about whether or not wrestling fans should do their own research when it comes to discovering the backstories of wrestlers as they come into the WWE. Should we know who these guys are before they get to the company or while they get to the company? Should we do our own research or should we let the WWE handle it? Is the WWE supposed to provide us that information? Which was an idea that came to me, or a debate that came to me in one of these live streams. So me and Brian Zane talked about it, and my opinion was that wrestling fans should do their own research. So check it out and check out my video, and on Brian Zane's channel, Wrestling with Regret, go ahead and check out his video as well. That way we can have a great assessment of who you think won and listen to both sides of the argument. I feel like he's a little underrated. Who's a little underrated? What do you think about Shane Douglas? Shane Douglas is great. Of course, just another victim of the click. What you want? Oh, thank you, Dave Long. Thank you. Looking forward to your kayfabe sign on a swing and ever. Ooh, that's not a bad one. All right. It's not what I have planned next, but I like that you're thinking. What was your first Ric Flair match that you saw? Good question. Geez. It might have been his Survivor Series, his first Survivor Series match. He was more of a team battle, which he won. He was a sole survivor. That was a good debate. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's always great working with Brian. Brian Zane. We have great collaborations. So there you go. Wow, sharp. Thank you very much. I think you won by a way. Thank you very much, AMR. Thank you. I haven't checked his comment section, so I don't know what his fans are saying. Favorite looking belt, Intercontinental. the design that they're using now. The black strap, the black leather over the white leather. I think I prefer the black, but it's not a big enough detail. Like the design, the look, the way it looks, I prefer more than anything else. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I haven't checked his comment section. Last time I did a collaboration with Brian and I looked at his comment section, it was depressing. So I didn't even bother. I gotta admit, that's one thing I do really appreciate about you guys. You guys are great with comments, and for the most part, my subscribers and people who leave comments, you guys are all great, very supportive, and also you're very kind, and for the most part, I really don't get a lot of negative comments. I really get a very, very minimal things. I get a vast majority, almost every comment I get is positive, constructive, insightful, very, very smart. So, and then I looked at, then you look at some other people's comment section and it's like, whoa. And so I made so my last collaboration, I made the mistake of looking at Brian's comment section and yeah, it was less than encouraging. So I haven't looked at his now. So I don't know how people voted on his side of the debate, but on his channel. I know what they've said on mine, and so far so good. What was your first wrestling match you ever saw? It was a Dusty Rhodes match, and he was just going against a jobber. At least I think he was a jobber. I knew, like, Dusty Rhodes, like, even I was like 3, and like Dusty Rhodes stood out to me as like someone who was a star. Like, I remember him. I have no idea who the other guy in the ring was. Can you do kayfabe signs on the worm? See, I had thought about that. Like, the thing about the kayfabe signs is that I try to do, like, I try to space out, like, the goofy, silly moves, like, I try to space out a little bit, like, because the Poison Mist one, I wanted to do, like, right away. Like, I did the most illegal move, and I wanted to do the Poison Mist, like, right away. But then I was like, no, that's back-to-back, like, silly moves. So I spaced it out with Starship Pain. And even though there was only one there, I still think that was too soon. So, like, that's why I did the Schoolboy. And the next one I already have planned is like another real wrestling move, and I'm gonna hold off. I do have a weird plan. Like the People's Elbow is a common request for kayfabe signs, as the worm, like that I've heard too. So I have like a method to it. But yeah, I'm totally down to investigate everything. I'm totally down to see to take a look to see what I could do for any kind of move. So thank you for the suggestion. ECW Championship were always good-looking belts to me. They were knockoffs of other belts. Yeah, they were a little small. That was my other issue with them. Which world title, not WWE, do you think is the most legit? New Japan. They really don't have a lot of bad steps. It's like, there's, especially as of late, it's probably the most protected belt there is. Ring of Honor, a good chance too, but I go to New Japan. What is up, Train? The Poison Mist was great. Thank you. It's the highest watched kayfabe signs. Well, actually, the most legal might be the most. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's getting rough. Okay, all right. Connection's getting rough. That's the other problem with using the phone since I don't have the webcam on me right now. Connection's getting rough. Got things to do, so that's the other reason why I want to kind of keep it short. Do kayfabe signs on foreign weapon hits, foreign object hits. All right, I hear you. IWGP most legitimate world title outside WWE. I think considering in the WWE too. I don't think the WWE helps or changes things. NWA belt, 10 pounds of gold forever. All right, good loyalists to the NWA. No problem with that. And thank you for the thumbs up. We're up to 6. Thank you guys. All right, so let's keep things going. It seems to be a busy time today. Oh, okay. Up to 13. So. All right, want a few more people to file in before we start getting into the fake, real fake. Hey, Dave. Hey, Sam. What's up? So, yeah, a lot of stuff went on in wrestling this week. Let's talk about some of those things. For some reason, not getting... A lot of people don't. I don't know why. I've been hearing that a lot, that they don't. But you can check me out on Twitter. It usually has the time posting. It's usually 3:30 on Fridays. But if there is a change... 3:30 Eastern Standard Eastern Time in the United States. So that's usually when it comes about. So just as a rough gauge, I should be on 3:30 Fridays. That seems to be the schedule. But Twitter will also tell you if there is a change. I also announced that there is a 3:30 time schedule on Fridays. So that's when the live stream are, for the most part. 3:30 Eastern Standard American Time, which is yes. I'll take your word on that. What that in my time? That I don't know, buddy. English time, proper English time, don't know. Who do you think is the best technical wrestler? Right now, I mean, Kurt Angle was once upon a time, and even though he's not exactly 100% retired, I can't say I'm in good consciousness. But right this second, that's a tough call. I really like Antonio Cesaro, and I know people are going to talk about a lot of other wrestlers around the world, and yeah, they're very valid. But I really like Antonio Cesaro. You can criticize him saying that he strikes a little more than I think he should, and that's true. But I definitely take him. Tanahashi. I take Antonio Cesaro. That's who I would say. Put that in my calendar. All right, great, Sam. Good to know. 2:30 Eastern Central. Dean Malenko of all time, yeah, Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko is my answer for all time. Absolutely. Other notable mentions: Lance Storm and Bret Hart, but Dean Malenko for sure. I like 80s NWA matches. I don't know why. As you should. I mean, that's great because they treat it like it's a different environment, and it's so different from what you're used to, and it treats it more like a sport, and you can see the way the match quality works and the way they wrestle. Like, there's, don't get me wrong, I'm totally with you, Andy. Like, it's solid. I forget the kings of wrestling. Okay, so yeah, a lot happened going on this week. A lot of stuff, Okay, so the Great Wrestling Debate was great with Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret, so you definitely check that out. Super Bowl happened. A lot of people want to know why I didn't incorporate wrestlers like... I mean, first of all, there's a ton of football players turned wrestlers, so I needed to... the episode would be, 8 hours long if I combined everybody. But also on that, a lot of Big Cat Ernie Ladd was way before my time, so kind of hard to talk about guys that are not within your wheelhouse. Doesn't mean it can't be done. Doesn't mean I haven't done it before. But the person that I was getting my football research from Ernie Ladd was way before his years, so he couldn't make any comments or fill me in on anything to make jokes about. So it was a hard go. And Kevin Green, did not mention Kevin Green because he said there is nothing to make fun about Kevin Green. He was just that good. So nothing came about for Kevin Green. That's the only reason why Kevin Green was not mentioned. All right, so yeah, Kevin Green, yeah, so that's why. Do you know Logan Paul? Not personally. Mongo I did mention. Mongo, how do you not mention Mongo? How long is your live stream? Not very long today. Like I said, I got busyness, and I'm working off the phone because the webcam's not in, and because of that, the connection's shoddy. So every time I try doing it on the phone, sometimes it goes out. So scared for Jason Jordan. Rumor has it that he has really bad neck, but allegedly it's been reported by I think his wife, if I'm not mistaken, that those reports are exaggerated. It's a minor injury, and he should be fine. So hopefully that's the case. Favorite wrestling ETA. Brian Pillman used to be an American football player. Yes, and I definitely covered Brian Pillman too. I know Cheaper Pop Culture is not the most popular show on this channel, so I understand if it's been kind of missed. Although, I don't know. There are people who really like Cheaper Pop Culture, which surprises me. So, you're not late at all, Terrell. Just on time. No apologies needed. All right, so we were talking. So, thank you for the thumbs up. We're doing great on that. And we also were talking about my collaboration with Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret, the Great Wrestling Debate, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, but that's right, John. But and that's hopefully that's something too bad. British Bulldog used to be a bulldog until he was turned into a human. And were you a human until you turned into a train, or were you always a train? And I hope you feel better, by the way, since you were a little under the weather last time we did a live stream. You were so under the weather that you couldn't roast Albert like you normally did, even though you did manage to get some shots in. Favorite wrestling era? Oh. See, okay, here's the thing. The boom period was very exciting because you had WCW, ECW, and WWF. However, I would be first to admit that some parts of wrestling actually took a back seat. Like WWF wasn't necessarily producing some of the best in-ring content, actual technical ring work, and neither was WCW at the time. So that's kind of tough. So part of me likes to say the 80s because at least the WWF, fine, it was doing a lot of their, things that people don't like, even though I enjoy them, but it had a lot of that fun theatricality with, Hulkamania and everything. But the NWA was still around doing some technical stuff, so I think that was a good balance. But the Attitude Era, ECW was doing a lot of cool technical stuff as well as the hardcore stuff, and you had everything. So it's either the Attitude Era or the 80s. It's a really tough call for me. The clouds, sun, snow, rain, all up in the skies, while we are on the ground. We're still under the weather. We're all under the weather, dude. See that I read that backwards, or not right, or but are you still ill? Is the question, Trey. But you're right, we are under the weather, unless you're an astronaut and you're in space right now. Who's more over, Roman Reigns or Spider-Man? Spider-Man. I'm busy with stuff right now, so I have to go. All right, take care, Andy. Take care, Andy. See you soon. Thanks for coming by. Okay, yeah, I'm ill. Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Don't worry. You'll be back on your feet in no time. Better than ever. All right. So, all right, up to 11 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Okay, so Jason Jordan injury. Seth Rollins been taken out of the Elimination Chamber plans. Raven is underrated. Raven is absolutely underrated. I could not agree more. Especially in his time in WWF. Like in WCW, he had a decent mid-card run where he was looking all right, but he still wasn't treated as good as it looked like he was going to start going somewhere, and then unfortunately WCW didn't know what they were doing with him. But it's like his United States title run was great, and when he first came in with the Flock, they were really cool. And also, chances of an astronaut watching this is, well, yeah, that's true. It might be lower. What are some of the best things of the different eras of wrestling from the territory era to the current era? Okay, territory days, what was really good is that people could bounce around a lot and, try out different things. So if they did something for this audience and it didn't work, they could go tweak it in another audience in a different territory and, try to improve it. And no one knew that they were just watching the same, like a repeat spot or a repeat gimmick or something like that. So that was kind of nice. When wrestling's local, kind of like the independent scene is now, when it's local and it's controlled, you get to have a little more freedom, but when it's widely exposed, you're trying to cultivate as much of the masses as possible. But when you can tailor niche something to a small, localized audience, you can sometimes cater to them better and therefore produce a better product. And if it happens to take off, then we can show it to other people. I mean, it's like what we're seeing in NXT like right now. A lot of people do great in NXT, and NXT is a much smaller audience. But when it goes to the mainstream, it doesn't work out well. Not necessarily because they don't work or the gimmicks don't work, but because maybe the mainstream bookers don't know how to handle it, or with a bigger roster, they don't know what to do with it. And it's kind of a rough fit. The smaller your audience is, the easier it is to maintain how good they do with it. Not to say that I don't like big roster main event, widespread mainstream wrestling, because I do. It's just because there's advantages that has that smaller audiences don't have. But just so you know, like there's certain acts in Jakarta that probably wouldn't get over mainstream. Like I love the Colony. I think the Colony is great, but I don't think that Colony could ever make it in WWE just because it's not that kind of show. It's too different. So localized is, and the territory days was by far while the independent scene is very cool and localized now, like the food movement, all about localization. The independent scene is great, but the NWA territory days I think was like that, but even more so, especially because they didn't have the internet to contend with. So at least with nowadays, you have some localization, but with the internet, you can start streaming it out there and getting a little more, so the audience is even bigger. Like I said, which is good, and it has its own bonuses. Everything has its own benefits and everything has its own disadvantages. PWG is a good example of small niche indie. Yeah, absolutely PWG is, which is why a lot of great things happen in PWG, and I'm glad they happened there, and I don't want to see them go anywhere else. But then you have actually like Candice LeRae, great, absolutely great. Big Candice LeRae fan. But I understand that Candice LeRae's wrestling against men probably wouldn't go over so great in WWE. Now, Mixed Match Challenge, they're not necessarily men and women aren't fighting, but Candice LeRae can keep up with the boys, but I don't think WWE will let her do that. Hey, what's up, Macho Dude? Actually, wrestling-based question, Dave. Do you think that NXT should be a 2-hour show? No, I think NXT is just, they know what they're doing. Leaving you wanting more is exactly the key. So I think they know I think they're doing great, exactly the way it is. Dudley Boys versus Road Warriors. Ooh, real street fight. Who's the legit tough guy team in your opinion? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Strength advantage, I have to say probably all round, probably goes to Legion of Doom, but in just sheer toughness, I gotta give it to the Dudleys. So I think in a real street fight, I think the Dudleys go over. Trey Collins. 9,965 fans, Dave. I wonder what happens at 10,000. I don't know if something does or not, but hopefully, I'm gonna find out very shortly. But thank you. Chuck Taylor versus Grenade. Yeah, the Grenade thing. I love it. I think it's great, but I don't think WWF can pull that off. One match I mean we can't get is Kenny Omega versus Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, that would have been solid. That would have been really good. Tanahashi and Guerrero too. I would have liked. What would have? How would a fan who watched during the aggression era be able to follow wrestling pre-Attitude Era, since they didn't have Raw and SmackDown? I mean, before the Attitude, I mean, SmackDown came about in the Attitude Era, but before Monday Night Raw, there was, Monday Night Raw was during the New Generation era, but before that, there was Primetime Wrestling, which was on Monday. It was the same time slot, so that's what I grew up watching was Primetime Wrestling. When I first started watching, it was on Monday nights. I'm actually watching your live sub count. Ooh, thank you. Hopefully, within a year, you'll be at 50K. I hope so too, man. PWG is for niche fans. Wrestled to them before making them a joke. Yeah. You have to find a way to promote yourself. Yeah, you definitely do. SmackDown should go 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours. I kind of like the way it is. Saturday morning wrestling. Yeah, and that too. All-Star Wrestling. Saturday, Wrestling Challenge. The Saturday night main event. Oh yeah. Definitely watched all that. I think Bayley needs a championship match to show that she's just as good. Yeah, I think they need to learn how to. I'm a huge Bayley fan, so the fact that what they're doing with Bayley just really aggravates me. Hey, Amanda Page, Raw should go back to 2 hours. Yeah, I'm kind of on more on that side. Like, if anything, if they really want 3 hours of programming, they should have they should have like 205. If they should go back to like a 2 hour, like a 1 hour, like 205 live or something like that, and then go into 2 hour Raw. That way, you have the third hour of wrestling if you want it, but if not, then you just get the 2 hours. That's what I think. WWE should bring back Heat and Velocity. I don't know. There's kind of like enough wrestling for me right now. It seems so confusing that they like 5 different blocks of wrestling for each era. I only have 35 subs, but well trained. Don't worry, more's coming. Because if you guys should check out the train, you guys should definitely check out the train. Add to a sub count because the train is awesome, Oliver. I don't know why I keep doing this for train, because this is bus or like diesel truck, but yeah. And the Macho Dude, check out his stuff. Check out Macho Dude's stuff, and definitely subscribe to him as well. What culture keeps making top 10 videos and puts JBL WWE title reign? However, when JBL, I hated him. I found many agreed with me. What do you think? Yeah, you know what? Macho Dude is a great. Now, Macho Dude, I've appeared on his channel and he's appeared on mine. So, yeah, definitely good friend of the channel. So, definitely check out Macho Dude. Great stuff. Hilarious animations. Great content. But, great question. Here's the thing. I agree with you that JBL, was, I think, an effective heel. A very effective heel. And like The Miz now, everyone kind of is looking to come around liking The Miz for his heel work, but I like a heel that really is hated, at that time. Now, things have gone away. He hasn't won over for his work rate, but, he hasn't won over people really. But JBL did his job effectively. He was supposed to be hated, and he was. You really rooted against him against Booker T, when he went against Booker T, The Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero. You really, really made sure that they had their evil heel right. And when he lost the belt to John Cena, that's exactly what we needed. We needed a heel that was that hated. We needed John Cena to win, and that was exactly how it worked. So it worked perfectly to the T. That was how it was supposed to be. Yeah, he was a knockoff Ted DiBiase, yeah. But crappy Ted DiBiase is still better than no Ted DiBiase at all. The Mr. McMahon character was a knockoff Ted DiBiase, and everyone forgets that because everyone thinks it has to do with the screw job, which it doesn't. Corey versus Booker T. You jumped ahead of me. Okay, so 13 thumbs up. Thank you so much, J.R. Ewing. All right, the other J.R. Yeah, but he went for racist. Yeah, no, I understand it was cheap. I understand it was cheap, and it wasn't like anybody can do that. Thank you for the thumbs up, and hopefully that one person changes their mind on the thumbs down side. But thank you for the thumbs up. We're up to 15. Okay, but yeah, but I understand that it was cheap racist heat. I get it. I totally get it. But just saying, when you look at it effectively, because he outside of the racist stuff, which I agree doesn't have a place, is that. We knew that because he helped the wrestlers invest, he was getting a push. Like, he was getting his world title shot just because of how influential he was business side. And there was kind of the same thing with, like Roman Reigns. Oh, it's because he's the Rock cousin. Or the Vince McMahon likes him. When we know that management has agendas behind why they push somebody, it does make us mad. And I think you can use that to your advantage for building a heel. So I think even if he didn't do any of that stuff, he would still be a hated guy because of his made man status that would got him pumped down our throats. Bobby Lashley return thoughts. I was never a big Bobby Lashley fan. That's not true. I kind of like Bobby Lashley first on the scene, but as time going on, I kind of soured on him and It was kind of like Batista. At first, I really bought the hype. I'm like, whoa, this guy's gonna be a world champion, and then it was like, I feel like I've seen this. Okay, you've seen one match from this guy, you've seen them all. I don't care anymore, and that's kind of how I feel about Lashley. I take Lesnar as a wrestler, even though most of his career now he barely wrestles. And the amount of time when he was a good wrestler was, in comparison, a lot less. Have to sign off early. Catch you next week. Catch you next week, man. Enjoy the weekend as well, Dave. Don't worry. I'm not going to be hanging out too much longer because, like I said, got stuff to do. Vince is a real race. Yeah, that's true. Lashley versus Royds on a pole match. Uh-oh. Rockstar Spud. Drake Maverick 205 Live. I think he should. I would like to see that. Ooh, Vin Diesel. Wow. And then I gotta go with Brock. What's the best women's faction? None? Like Lois Try and Lucha Under. Oh, okay. I mean, well, all right. Yeah, that's a good answer. AJ Styles confirmed. 2018 is going to be the year that AJ Styles built. I think so. Okay. Yeah, but unfortunately, there is a lot of them. I don't want to get into that. That's a loaded conversation. I mean, I have a video on it, but yeah, it's a loaded conversation. Well. Take it easy, Double A. Thank you for the thumbs up. Fake Razor versus Fake Diesel versus Impossible Game versus Fake Sting. And Fake Undertaker. Let's throw him in there, too. Bullet Club or DX? Bullet Club by far. I'm not a DX guy. Invasion. Okay, so the Booker T Corey thing. Okay, that's exactly what I want to talk about today for the fake, real fake. So in case you don't realize how this game works, sorry I missed it last week, but I asked you guys, I give you a topic and I ask you now, don't vote yet. I ask you guys, is something real fake or fake real? Is it really fake and phony, or is it real fake, really phony, or is it fake real where you believe it? Even though it's fake, you still believe that it's real. So fake real means you buy it. Real fake means you don't. And I ask you guys, first of 5, whichever side gets 5 votes yet, don't vote yet, is the winner. Today's subject is going to be, for this week's real fake, fake real, is going to be the Corey Graves Booker T situation. Now, Booker T has been removed from commentary on Raw for Jonathan Coachman. And some people are speculating, or it has been reported, that the reason why is because of real-life backstage heat with Corey Graves and Booker T. Now, Booker T has allegedly said that if he ever got to see Corey Graves on the street, that there would be some physical altercations. Corey Graves is also saying, bring it on. Now, some people are speculating that this is real, and that's the reason why Booker is removed. Thank you for the 20 thumbs up, by the way. And other people are saying that this might be a work leading to a program. So that's what I want to know from you guys. I want to know, Corey Graves, Booker T, is the heat real or is it fake? Whoa, don't vote yet. All right, don't vote yet. All right, we haven't counted. Those don't count yet. So I'm going to ask, the official vote count hasn't started yet. So is it real fake? Is it real phony? Or is it fake real where you believe it? Let me know, is the Corey Graves or Booker T situation fake real or fake real? Start your votes now. Fake real, fake real, fake real, fake real, real fake, fake real, fake real. Whoa! All right, a lot of you guys. Fake real. Okay, real. All right. All right. The fake reels have it, man. Fake reels have it. A lot of you guys out there saying that you think this is a legit thing. Now, well, it's real heat, but they might be trying to turn the storyline. I think it's just stupid. Okay, well, that's definitely an option to amend the page. All right. All right. True Blue Knight. All right, real fake. Okay, good. Graves roasts everyone on commentary. That's true. Only Booker got salty. Yeah, all right, that's fair. Enzo got a little, too. Just like the Daniel Bryan, they won't because Corey... Okay, so great. All right. As real... I don't remember. Okay, so anyway, Booker T ain't stupid. He wouldn't say those things on his radio show. Okay, see, there you go. So there are a couple of factors going to. Some people saying that if it is a work program, what would be the end goal to it? Because Corey Graves is injured, and that's why he's commentating in the first place and not wrestling. So, just like Daniel Bryan, if he can't wrestle, there's no point to bring it into a program. So that's why a lot of people will say that this is real. On the other standpoint, a lot of people, and also people saying Booker T wouldn't be saying this on the radio, wouldn't be saying this stuff on air if he's not dumb. He's okay. You know, obviously this must be clear. This must be part of something. So that's the other people why. That's the reason why people think it might be fake. Is that, you know, if he's saying all this stuff, he's got to have had clearance from the management. You know, he's smart enough to know that. So that's why people think it must be a work, because he is not stupid enough to say any of those things like that off the cuff and mean it. And you know, Booker T's never been disrespectful like that. Booker T's had issues with wrestlers, but you know, keeps it to himself, or he keeps it backstage. You know, it's not for it's not for the fans to know. So he keeps it, chill. So this out of character action for Booker T is what makes people think it's fake. But on the same hand, a lot of people think it's got to be real because there's no point to it. Why would they do that? Because they can't let him wrestle. Unless there's been something about Corey Graves wrestling that we don't know about. Unless he's been medically cleared and we don't know about it. But who knows? Coachman versus Booker T with Graves as a special guest referee. Whoa. Who wins on a fight dough? It's the same Booker T who cried that the Young Bucks didn't shake his hand. Well, look, that's a big thing in the wrestling community. A lot of wrestlers like that. You shake everyone's hand in the wrestling business. And he might have been upset about that, but he's not the only one. If you don't shake the Undertaker's hand, watch what happens to you, is all I'm going to say. Coach sounds old. Well, I think it's because he is. Not that I'm judging, just saying. Neither one of them would be on TV if this was real. Yeah, so, see, but it's a good contest. It goes both ways. So you guys from your voting have said that you believe that this is real. The Corey Graves Booker T situation is real. All right, but good to know. But yeah, it goes both ways. But yes, like the voting, by far and away, Booker T, Corey Graves, real by the voting of you guys for this week's Fake Real, Real Fake. I have worked on the independent scene and wrestlers all shake. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, handshaking is huge. And yes, you're right, independent scene. Like, it's just minimum requirement. Best Joe Gertner promo. Too many. I've thought about that. I've thought about it a lot. I really have. I don't know. I can't. I'm really trying right now, and I can't. I really don't know. I can't even think of my favorite Joel Gertner quote. Like in the Dudleyville episode, I combined a bunch of different promos just because I couldn't pick one. And even then, I left out a bunch that I liked. And I also recorded a bunch that I liked that I cut. So Booker T on going on live radio threats. Hey, what's up, John? Threats towards Corey Graves. Either Booker T is dumb or it might be dramatic. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's a good question. I always do after the match backstage. Thank them. Yes, thank everybody. And be respectful and show appreciation. Because especially in pro wrestling where people can't get hurt, you're brothers. You're taking care of each other. Brothers and sisters, show unity and respect. And, just in life, I think that's actually fair too. The one after the break, Tommy Dreamer's girlfriend's like, oh, Beulah. I had a huge crush on Beulah. All right, so as I said, thank you for all the thumbs up, by the way. Thank you for coming out. Unfortunately, like I said, got work to do, busy day, so I have to go. Can't keep this. So unfortunately, got to cut this a little short today. Shaking hands as my character is all for friends backstage. Okay, so thank you. You guys had some great stuff to talk about. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for everyone for being here on the live stream. Dave the Monster, are we getting the ECW video? What do you? I have VCW videos. What specifically? I understand shaking hands. I was training, shook hands. Yep. Maybe Corey and Booker get people to represent. All right, yeah. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. But thank you for coming out, know-it-alls. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs up. You guys are very kind. And hope to see more of you guys out there. Can't wait till next time. Macho Dude, check out the Macho Dude's channel. Oliver Train, thank you. My name is Clarence. Thank you for everybody coming out. Love your content. Thank you, David P. You and Zane are my favorite wrestling YouTubers. Thank you so much. Hey, John, thank you. Train, see you next time. Best quote to use to roast someone. Anything Train has sent to Albert. Those are good quotes. I see how it is. All right, take care, John. Thank you so much, italki teacher. Thank you, UK Gaming. Thank you to everybody. Everybody. Sorry if I missed you. Raphael, sorry for missing AMR. Revolution, thank you. Too Sweet, Know It Alls, you guys are great. Thank you for all the thumbs up, and I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you.